Hello everyone and welcome back to Spooky AF. I'll be your host today. My name is Suz and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host Rob. Rob, how is it now that October is over? That was fast.
That was a pretty quick October, yeah. I'm actually quite surprised with how quickly that went by.
Well, I feel like it was just yesterday that you sent me the annual end of September post, which is Green Day's
Yeah.
Wake Me Up When September Ends.
I'm trying to find an appropriate time to send you November Rain by Guns N' Roses. I feel like the start of November, though, isn't suitable for it, so you're going to get it at some
No.
point.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And new listeners, if you don't know, Rob is literally my almanac. he just turns the seasons for me. Him and then the Spanish students that flood into Dublin in the summer. That's how I know what time of year it is.
Yep, pretty much. It works.
Pretty much. Well, this is our, we are recording this. I don't know when this is going to air, but we are recording this just after Halloween.
Yep, we are actually.
So how was your Halloween? Did you do anything spooky?
I actually did nothing spooky, and I just basically, as people may know, we have a new puppy, and she's an absolute psychopath. Our other dog is quite nervous around fireworks and basically just existence in general. Actually, he's just nervous all the time. So,
well, I mean, he is medicated so he can handle existence more.
yeah, he's a dog owned by two millennials, so he didn't really have a good shot at life starting off. But
No.
yeah, so he's nervous all the time, and we manage it really well. But Halloween is a difficult time for him because of fireworks and children knocking on the door. So we took the brave approach and decided to go down to my parents' house, which is in the countryside.
Okay. Just to minimize the fireworks.
Yeah, so we basically just gave him effectively like a spa retreat. We brought him down to my parents' house. He got to have loads of treats. He got to have his big bed that we brought down with us, and
Aww.
he had a lovely old time. He was lying in front of the fire. He had a great old time, and yeah, it was actually probably the the most responsible Halloween I've ever had. So,
Well, I think that I'm still, I've lived in the UK and Ireland for a good chunk of time now, and I'm now Irish, but I'm still not used to, fireworks on Halloween, because that's not, growing up, in America, at least where I'm from, fireworks on Halloween are not a thing. It's just not a firework holiday.
yeah.
So, when it was happening on Friday night, and by Friday night, I mean Friday early evening, which is Sue's bedtime, because I'm 90, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Are we, is it a drive-by? And my husband's like, no, you're not at home. You can, it's fine. So, I feel like we're just being assaulted by noise, because I live in an area of Dublin where they are trialing, drone deliveries, and those fuckers sound like flying lawnmowers just outside your window, and it's horrible.
It is wild to me that they have gotten away with that.
It is, thank God we don't live closer to where the hub is, because apparently my husband was reading on Reddit, people were, bitching about it because it's awful, and one person was like, well, I live, the street over from where they launch them, so this person was like, yeah, it's 60 or 70 a night until 10 p.m.
That is wild.
Yeah.
And
it honestly sounds like a flying lawnmower. I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, they're
They are
so loud.
loud.
They are so loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
So, at some point, I'm gonna need them to drop a bomb, because I'm just take me out. This is it. I can't. I feel like I'm in an auditory war zone.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
And then when you watch, if it's close up to your house, which you know it is when you can hear it loudly, but you open your window and you look at it, and it's dropping down it's always dropping down Starbucks.
Yeah, of course it is.
Or McDonald's.
Of course
and I'm
it is.
To a house that has a motor vehicle. So I'm just fuck off.
Yep. I wonder if they... Sorry, this is a mad segue. I wonder if they generate infrasound.
No, that would be fun.
Yeah,
because then I would see things. I want to see ghosts.
Yeah, 100%.
You know
I'm
that.
wondering, if the people who live close to it, I wonder if they generate infrasound. I wonder if there's an uptake in sights of ghosts now that there's drones in the area.
I just love that they give such bad vibes that poor rental millennials near where they're being launched are just seeing specters everywhere they go. And you know what they're probably like? They're probably like, it's just one thing after a fucking another, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Didn't expect this on my bingo card, but here we are.
Yeah, they're hallucinating what the world would have been like if Al Gore won.
Oh my god. That was... I did not expect that to come out of your mouth. Oh, Al Gore.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Sorry. I just had like, I was just like, when was the last time I like gave any consideration of thought to Al Gore? And it has been many a decade, I think.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
I did actually rewatch The Conjuring recently, the first one.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, I actually completely forgot that film exists, to be completely honest with you.
Did I ever tell you how far my husband and I made it into that film?
No.
So, as you know, like my husband's a bit like your wife. Like they just don't cotton on with horror.
Yeah, and that's fine. Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, I did make him watch The Haunting of Hill House, which he did like, but he was like, I'll never watch it again. It was terrifying.
That's right.
And then I did make him watch Bring Her Back, which again, he was like, damn it, I hate that was so good, but I will never watch it again.
That's fair.
But we got, I think it's like 15, 20 minutes into the Conjuring film, the first time she's on the basement steps and like the clapping hands come out beside her.
Yeah.
And in that moment, my husband was like, nope, and he hit the space bar, he paused that shit. He's like, we're not doing this. He was like, I don't care how well it's rated. I don't know. No, absolutely not. And I was like, okay. So
fair enough. Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Should we watch the last Conjuring film that just came out, Last Rites? Maybe we should watch that together.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be really good to watch. If we're doing that, then I'm gonna have to like commit to watching the rest of them because I've only watched the first two films. Yeah, I think the first two Conjuring films.
I've seen, how many are there? I've seen The Conjuring. I've seen the one that's based on the Enfield haunting.
Yeah, that's the second one, I think.
And then, so I think I've only seen those.
And then there's The Nun and The Nun 2.
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't watched them. And then
yeah, but we live in Ireland. Do we need to see those, or are we living those?
Yeah, that's exactly. I think that's probably why I haven't watched it. I'm like, I don't need that.
I mean, if you're in certain parts of Ireland, you could throw a stone and hit an evil nun. Right?
True. Very true. Yep.
Or are we just making fun of a nice nun that has poor skincare? I don't know. Maybe we need to question.
From what I understand, this nun is literally a demon, which I know really doesn't narrow it down. But
well, see, I get confused because I often get the Conjuring films, specifically around the nun stuff, confused with the Insidious films.
Yeah.
Because they've got that, black, dressed in black evil bride.
Yeah.
So I think in my head, those wires get crossed.
That's fair. Yeah, so the Conjuring owns the nun, and then Insidious is the other one.
Yeah. Okay, so then there's the Nun and the Nun 2, and then is it this last one, the Last Rites one?
Yeah, and then there's the Annabelle films as well, which I won't watch. Because you can't make a trilogy out of a thing that happened over a period of months. Like,
I mean, darling, they did The Hobbit.
I was literally just about to say, but they did make.
I was like, they did make The Hobbit, yeah. So that's that.
But I definitely would watch it. I need to work my way through the Conjuring universe now.
We did. My husband and I, in terms of Halloween, we did agree that next year, if we go to somewhere that needs like fancy dress, because this year I wanted to go as Voldemort. Which I thought would be hilarious because I have no hair.
Yeah, you could work that.
But then next year, we were saying that my husband would go as Paul Atreides and I would go as Fade Routha. Which I also thought would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you definitely need to do that.
Yeah, I know, right? We could just fight each other all evening. Yeah, so that I guess that maybe caps off both of our Halloweens.
Yeah, very good.
Do you know what? This is actually a great segue because I'm gonna start this story out with a reference to Dune.
Amazing. So, okay, let's go.
All right, skippers. We're under the 10-minute mark. You lucky bitches. Okay, so I have been rewatching Dune and Dune 2 with my husband, and as you know, I am a Dune super fan. I have been ever since I was a kid. I love the books. I love the David Lynch film. I love the sci-fi special that they did in which Susan Sarandon was in Children of Dune. Yeah. And then I also used to recite the Bene Gesserit Litany for Fear every time I had a panic or anxiety attack.
I did not know that part. That is wild.
Oh yeah, no, which meant I was basically constantly running through it for like 30 years.
Very good.
So... Yep. So, there was, a 6-year-old me, up against a bathroom wall just being like, I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. After I, missed one question on a spelling test. just dropping some Suz lore in there.
Yeah.
So like desert shit's been in my head, but then also I've been watching my husband play Red Dead Redemption, which I've never seen.
I've been getting updates from him.
I have never seen or played that game at all. Like, this is my first introduction to it, is watching him play it. And firstly, we need to talk about like how that morality scale works in that game.
Yeah, it's wild.
Well, because it's like one of the challenges he has to become, I don't know, like to get some kind of like trophy for horse riding or something, is that he has to like trample over so many different types of animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then at the same time, he'll be like, oh, I get good morality points if I save someone from a robbery, but it goes down if I kill the robber.
Yep.
And I'm like, what do they want? Like, and also, we also need to talk about his side piece, Mary. Mary's using you, sir. You need no. She's bad vibes. We need to move on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wild game.
Yeah, it's weird. Also, the amount of times I've looked up from reading or watching something on like my iPad and then look up at the screen and see my husband like blowing the heads off Klansmen.
I was literally just about to ask, has he started executing Klansmen yet?
Which at that point I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's just such a weird thing. Like, you look up and you're like, oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I looked up and I was like, why am I looking at a burning cross? I left the South. Like, I was like, I don't want this. I don't need this. But then he's like, no. I get to save the town. I'm like, all right, that's okay.
Yeah, no, you don't understand. I'm killing them.
So I've been watching that, so I've got kind of like a Wild West thing going on as well. And then also, I think I've probably mentioned it before, but every year in primary school, we had to go to something called the Western Heritage Day, which my mom recently reminded me of because she sent me a picture of me like prepping to go to Western Heritage Day, where it's basically we left our school, went to one of the local universities, and they had all these like little stations around Texas history and all, and I got to like brand a piece of wood, and I learned to throw a lasso, and like I got to wear my blue cowgirl boots. It was, I was fucking adorable, but that's pretty par for the course. So anyway, all of these things have been percolating in my mind.
Okay.
So
fair.
I wanted to do something that kind of touched on all of them. So today, we are going to go through the hauntings and some of the hauntings and paranormal accounts, because there's actually so many, I think I'm going to have to do a two-parter.
Oh, nice.
But this is coming out of the Anza Borrego Desert State Park. Have you heard of this state park?
I have no idea what this is.
Fantastic. So, my sources today are CaliforniaStateParks.gov, Legends of America, Desert USA, Haunted Orange County, GoToBorregosprings.com, Wikipedia, and Reddit.
Excellent sources. Very good.
Yeah. So, let's give some context since you are a new initiate to Anza Borrego State Park.
Yep.
So, this is the largest state park in California.
Okay.
It has about 500 miles of dirt roads, 12 wilderness areas, and like a shit ton of hiking trails. And the photos are like honestly stunning. It's loads of really kind of beautiful desert blooming flowers and cacti against stark brown hills. It gives you a little bit of, do you know, and again, I only know this this is also the first time I've seen this game, is watching my husband play. Do you know, like, Mount Chiliad in Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of that scenery. It's beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like, so it's got like really kind of Death Valley desert bits, and then it's got more edge of the desert arid bits, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
So it was named for Juan Bautista de Anza, or I guess maybe if it's like Castilian Spanish, it'd be like Antha or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who was a Spanish explorer in the 1700s. He was also a politician, derogatory, in California and New Mexico, while they were under the control of the Spanish Empire, and he served as one of the first governors of the province of New Mexico. There's a really weird 20-foot statue of the guy in Riverside, California, that I'm gonna see if I can just send you the picture of.
Okay.
Because it's kind of crazy. Let me... Oh, crap. Okay, no, see, I can't send it to you now because I'm going to have to type.
That's okay.
And then it's going to just... Yeah. But anyway, it's very much giving the... I don't know if you've seen the recent-ish statue that Mark Zuckerberg had commissioned for his wife.
Yes, I have seen that.
It's giving those vibes.
Oh no.
Which, by the way, if you haven't seen that, also look that up.
Please
it's
do.
Wild. Please do. Like, if my husband gave me that, I'd be like, I didn't realize I was in an abusive relationship, but I clearly am.
Yep.
This man does not value me. But anyway, as a side note. So, but also with the statues, I'm like, can we not be making huge statues to, like, massive colonizers? It's just, I don't know. Can we not? I didn't see anything, like, ostensibly, like, horrific like you do with some historical figures, but, like, come on. They were clearly pushing out, like, native populations. They were clearly forcing, Catholicism on the place. Can we just stop?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, can we just not?
So that's the moral for basically this podcast is like, can we not? So, and there's also a small one of him on a horse in the Anza Borrego Desert that looks less mental. But some of the features of the park include bighorn sheep, which is actually what I believe the name, like, Borrego means, is like the Spanish word for bighorn sheep.
That's cool.
But there's also palm groves, golden eagles, kit foxes, red diamond rattlesnakes, and iguanas.
Oh, okay.
So it's got a lot of,
quite varied.
Like I said, it's quite varied, it's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
So, however, we're not here to talk about ecology. We're here to talk about ghosts. We're looking for things that aren't alive. Deadology. Yes.
That is the term. Yeah.
That's right. We're both highly educated. Deadology.
Yeah. Deadology.
So we're going to talk about the phantoms of Vallecito Stage Station.
Okay.
And there are several. And they kind of cover all of the major things. And then there's actually at the end even going to be a callback to one of our earliest episodes. So.
Oh, damn. Okay.
This goes all the way down. So within the desert is the Vallecito Stage Station. It's registered as a California Historic Landmark, and it is located on the west side of the rather forbidding Colorado Desert. And I'm gonna send you a picture of what the stagecoach, like, remnants look like.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Which that is giving strong desert haunting vibes.
Yeah,
I think.
it is. Yeah, 100%.
Like it
Very cool.
Like if you were wandering out there, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in there," but there's definitely gonna be a ghost.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's basically just like, that old. I can see where you're going with this, like, Western vibe that you've got going on at the moment. It's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just this abandoned building in a desert.
Yes, exactly, and it's giving almost like the Hellfire Club in Dublin, but in the desert.
Yeah. Yeah, El Hellfire
Very
Club.
similar. El Diablo.
Yeah.
Fire. El Diablo Fuego.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, everyone. My Spanish is terrible. I'm so sorry. My stepdad never got around to teaching me Spanish except to curse.
Yeah.
So that's all I've got.
That's fair. That's all you need.
That's all I need, really. So the name means little valley. Vallecito, it means little valley.
Mm-hmm.
And the stage station building was built around 1851. So the journey that travelers made across the desert was called the Journey of Death.
Oh,
which is
wow. Okay.
I mean, who wouldn't want to?
Yeah.
So the stage station was actually a really welcome sight, and the whole valley was almost like this little oasis.
Yeah.
It had like a few like water areas and plants and things. So once travelers kind of made it to this stop, it was like, oh, thank fuck. In 1851, a pioneer named James R. Lassiter established a store and a campground for all the like immigrants coming into the area, which was followed by other shops and homes that popped up. None of which are very, very well preserved, but some are kind of like what I sent in the picture.
Okay.
In 1854, Samuel Warnock and Joseph Swikaffer, which I definitely read as Skywalker when I first saw it.
Fair. Joe Skywalker. There he is.
Joe Skywalker. Like, so this is what would this be? Like, we already have the prequel, so this would be like the prequel.
Yep.
The pre-prequel.
Yep.
This is when, like, instead of a lightsaber, it's just like a gun that has a torch at the end. This is where it all started. But they implemented a regular mail route and a semi-weekly horseback delivery between San Diego and Yuma, Arizona, as in like 310 to Yuma.
Yep.
In 1857, it was the first overland Atlantic to Pacific mail service and was a forerunner of the Pony Express. Now, Rob, I want you to guess what they called this forerunner to the Pony Express. Just guess.
Oh God, I actually don't know.
Whatever you're thinking, I don't think you're gonna hit it. They called it the Jackass Male.
Oh wow.
Which is such an incredible name.
Why couldn't
like,
they have kept it as that?
I know. Which is basically what I call on post when they consistently lie about my like package going to be delivered next working day. Like every time I get that text from on post, I know it's not true.
That's
like
fair.
they're just cock teasing me.
Yep.
So
Yep.
But yeah, so the Jackass Male, which is just great.
That's phenomenal. That's a brilliant name. I desperately wish they kept that.
It almost sounds like though that you're sending like it's what they did to send letters to Steve-O.
Yeah. It
They'd be like, "How did you like staple your balls to your legs?"
Well, I got the orders on Jackass Mail.
Exactly. So it was also so basically the space was kind of a hub of growing modern conveniences.
Yep.
However, despite these, there was obviously a darker side. This was definitely a place a la the Old West. There was a lot of murder and robberies and just general human misery of living out in the sticks, and probably a horror too, like which we absolutely respect. I'm picturing kind of Sweetwater in Westworld.
Okay. Yep. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it's kind of the only thing for miles around. Oh God, it's my hometown. Anyway, but it was this history of death and disaster that witnesses have claimed in the area that to have caused many hauntings and spirits. So I'm gonna take you through the main ones.
Okay.
So the first one we're gonna get to is, I think you're gonna like this one, is the specter of the White Horse of Vallecito.
I'm already in. Let's do this.
I know. Yeah. That's right, because I know in previous episodes I've been like, well, what about cow ghosts? What about, like chicken ghosts? Well, here we are, horse ghosts.
A horse ghost.
So,
okay, amazing. Let's do this.
It began with a stagecoach robbery. The stage was traveling to Vallecito Station, and it was held up by 4 men on horseback. Held at gunpoint, the driver immediately gave up a box containing $65,000. And that's $65,000 then.
Damn. That is...
Which is probably like a metric billion now.
Yeah, that's some walking around money right there.
Oh yeah, that's some like fuck off to the wilderness and then like never have to speak to anyone ever again money.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
So, and the guy was like held at gunpoint and he just immediately handed it over, which is giving like strong my mom vibes. Which I respect. Like, because like what else are you gonna do? All right? Like, I am not going to be like, I'm sure it wasn't his money, so I'm sure he was like, I ain't dying for this, fuck off.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, as the bandits fled, the driver did get a bit of gumption in him, and he fired a single shot, which he saw hit one of the bandits.
Okay.
So he went over to the man, which is a bit away from the stagecoach, and saw that not one, but 2 bodies were there.
Okay.
So, he thinks that the other bandit was, because he was like, I only fired once, and this isn't like a wanted situation where they're like curving the bullet.
Good, thank you for clarifying that.
No problem. I know that's where your mind went, because
Yep.
that's where mine went. I was like, oh my god, was it like a twofer?
Yeah.
But, because I'm just like Angelina Jolie, James McAvoy, curve the bullet.
Yep.
I know where we're at.
Yep.
So, because this is how this works. So anyway, the driver just assumes that maybe the leader of the group took his shot as an opportunity to shoot one of the other bandits, so he wouldn't have to split the money more ways.
Okay, fair. So he double crossed them. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Now I'm thinking of Dwight and Andy and Pam in The Office. Like, I'm not going down for this. Like,
there's been a murder in Savannah.
That was Savannah. He's like, why do you sound like a little bit of Tennessee Panhandle, like Forrest Gump? You sound like molasses is rolling out your mouth. Yes, exactly. So anyway, 2 bandits are left alive, 2 little bandits jumping on the bed.
Yep.
One fell off and got shot by the stagecoach driver. So I'm so sorry.
The classic
everybody.
nursery rhyme.
The classic. I mean, it is in my neck of the woods.
I was just about to say.
What is the phrase? 1 in the hand is 2 dead in the bush. I'm so sorry. Okay.
This is a wild recording session.
Wild recording session. So so there's 2 bandits left. They flee. They arrive at the stage station after assumingly like burying the loot somewhere between where they did the robbery and the station. But when they got there, they began to argue immediately, which I'm like, ladies,
Yep.
like, calm down. You got the money.
Yep.
But anyway, so the leader took this opportunity while he was screaming at the other bandit to storm out. And then immediately come back in, like, into the stage station, bust in like the Kool-Aid Man on like a giant white stallion.
Damn. Okay.
He's literally on his high horse.
Yeah.
I know. So
let's be honest now, did you line up this entire episode just to make that joke?
Rob, let me have this.
Let me cook.
Yeah, how fucking dare you? So anyway, he shoots the other bandit from the horse top.
Okay.
So, shot but not dead, the other bandit, as he is dying, shoots at the leader who's on the horse and kills him.
Wow, okay.
So, they're both dead. The horse, who is indoors and being surrounded by gunshots, was quite rightly spooked and ran out the door.
Yep, totally fair.
And into the hills.
Yep.
And that's it. So visitors say that the ghost of a large white horse roams the hills in the area, appearing around midnight. It basically apparates, gallops through the sand, and then disappears again.
That's very cool. I feel bad for the horse, but that's very cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I hate that the horse was so traumatized that it is haunting the land forever, but it is giving me like a cross between Shadowfax and the royal horse in Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fair.
I'm like, is it a side quest that I can go out and like tame the phantom horse? Because I'm a bitch that loves a side quest.
Yeah, I know.
So, you know me.
Yep.
I'm like, what was the main plot line? I have no idea.
I played a game.
Oh shit! There's like a final boss. What? I'm like, but I have to go fetch like 20 different things for random villagers. That's what I'm playing for.
Yeah, literally gathering up gold and shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So that's the horse.
Okay.
The horse specter, which I like. That's nice. I mean, it'd be weird to see like a translucent horse, but it wouldn't be like, I don't think I'd be scared.
Yeah, okay, no, I agree, actually, yeah. I'm just trying to picture, like, the worst possible scenario, like, where this could happen. Yeah, no, I think it'd be creepy, but yeah, I don't necessarily think I'd be scared. I don't know why, but I'm like, the thought of a ghost horse to me is less scary than a human ghost.
Well, yeah, it does give me a little bit. I just thought of, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's like that really popular, or it went viral, that video of that guy, and he's just like walks outside and he's Irish and he's just like, whose horse is that? And like it did make me think of that. But
Okay.
yeah, I do think I think it's less scary to see a horse ghost, because it's a bit like the why women always choose the bear than the man.
Fair.
Like, the horse is less likely to want to like ruin my life.
You've got me there. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So I guess if you threw in like a third option, like phantom horse, the bear, or the man, I'd go phantom horse.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I
can't.
Somebody could make an argument for bear, but like man is always last.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with you on that. That's...
You know what y'all did.
Yeah.
and continue to do. Okay, so let's move on to the next haunting. So, people who spot the horse also claim at different places to spot a phantom stagecoach. However, it's not the one from the horse incident. They want to make that clear.
I'm glad they've clarified that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm stagecoach blind. Like, I can't tell one from another. So that's my thing. I'm so sorry. Like, our listeners are really like, what are y'all doing? Hello.
Yeah. If you're still like, if they've stuck with us this long now, then they know what they are.
Yeah, good. I mean, like, we welcome you, but like, Jesus. So anyway, we know who we are. Maybe you should take a hard look at who you are. But so this stagecoach is the legend states that it was traveling from El Paso, which, if you don't know, is like at the very tip of West Texas. Mm-hmm. I've been there once. I found it kind of grim in the sense that, like, I just remember really needing, it's like an 8 or 9 hour bus ride from where my hometown is. And I remember getting on the bus and being like, oh, I think I'm going to need to pee in 30 minutes. But then 30 minutes in, the bus driver was like, yeah, the bathroom in the back is like no go. So you're just going to have to wait till we get there. So I remember showing up to El Paso nearly in tears from how badly I had to piss. In fact, I'm sure my tears were piss. Like, it was bad. So that's my only memory of El Paso, really.
That's fair. That really tells me everything I need to know about El Paso, if that's the standout memory for you.
I remember it being very flat, very deserty, and just like, I was just like looking for anywhere to pee.
Fair. Okay.
So it was traveling from there to San Diego, like as in California,
right,
with a box of gold coins.
Okay.
I don't know the amount, but I mean, a gold coin, that's some sprinkle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'll take it regardless of how much it is.
Oh, yeah, I mean, especially in these days.
Yeah,
isn't like gold going through the roof.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was just thinking, Dwight, money isn't real since we left the gold standard.
It's
like,
it's true. Yeah.
It's true. But in the 1860s, so this is in the 1860s. So by the time it reached Yuma, Arizona, so the stagecoach had the driver and then a guard who was there to like guard the money. So the guard fell ill, and which is already giving me massive, like, if you ever played Oregon Trail as a child, you're like, yeah, he shit himself to death.
It was dysentery.
You just get like,
yeah,
you just get a pop-up box on the screen that's like, by the way, like, Bill's dead.
Yep.
You're like, oh, damn it. So anyway, so the coach driver dropped him off in Yuma, and then was like, you know what, I understand that you have like the lava shits, but I have got to keep going. So he continued on without him, which is like, come on, bros before dysentery, come on. But so anyway, without a guard, it was soon held up by bandits.
Of course, naturally.
Yep. Yeah. So the driver was killed by the bandits.
Oh, okay.
No surprise there.
No surprises there.
So it is said that the stagecoach and the dead driver continued on toward Vallecito Station.
Okay. Just finishing off the job.
Yeah, which, I mean, I'm sorry, this is like massive, like a boomer who refuses to retire. Because they have nothing else in their lives. Which, I mean, if you work in the Irish public service, you know this is like a real thing.
Yeah.
Where they're like, I know why you won't quit, because this is it. This is it for you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, read a book. Start hiking. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Talk
wild,
to your
actually.
grandkids.
The more I think about it now, I'm like, yeah, no, like, why have you chosen to continue going?
I know, they're the type of people that, like, you know, there's like a class of people who are just saying, like, even if I won the Euro Millions, I'd still turn up to work because I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Oh my god, I legitimately work with one of those people, and like, I have actually just straight up called them out on it, being like, no, you fucking wouldn't. Like, stop lying to yourself.
Like, go be on a beach.
Yeah.
Go be in the mountains. Just go away.
Yeah.
Like, if you win the Euro Millions, I never want to see you again.
No.
Because you have fundamentally better things to be doing.
100%.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, the fact that you win the Euro Millions and you're still gonna open Outlook?
Yeah.
What?
No, fuck that. Absolutely no chance.
So anyway, but this driver is clearly, like, committed to the bit. So, but see, okay, my question that I couldn't find clarity on is, when people saw this coach and driver, was it like a ghost coach and driver, or was there like the corpse driving an actual stagecoach?
Oh,
because that would have been, terrifying.
That's inherently more terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, the ghost, already scary, like, you know, translucent, you shouldn't be seeing that kind of shit. But, like, if you see just, like, a dead man, like an embodied dead man driving a stagecoach, come on.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that is, like, one is definitely scarier than the other.
For sure. So, anyway, he drives it to Vallecito Station before, like, immediately disappearing upon being there.
Okay.
So that's like the haunted stagecoach. I really couldn't find a whole lot more about it, but I do think that that is a great horror film. Is like just like a dead corpse, just like driving places, like being a transport zombie. That's scary.
I'd find it wild if like people could like interact with the coach at some point. Like,
well, do you know what it reminds me of? And like listeners, if you friends, if you've read this, like drop a note in the comments, but do you know that there's like a famous or very well-rated creepypasta that's about like a ritual you can do, and I think it's in somewhere like, I think it's in like South Africa, but like you can like summon a ghost train.
No.
And it is, and like the people on it are essentially, they are corpses. And they, like, you have to do things in the right order or else they won't know what to do, and it's terrifying.
I have never heard of this before. I'm definitely going to look it up after this.
You have to. So if you go to creepypasta and then you sort by, like, highest rating, like, ritual,
Yeah.
like, ones, it pops up. Yes, I've done it. Yes, I like horror. Fuck off. That's why you're all here.
I'm not judging. I was just thinking that's a wild sentence. It's like, if you go on and just sort by ritual.
And you just sort by ritual. This is the world Rob and I wish we could just constantly live in. Like,
I mean, to be fair,
yeah, no,
we
no,
basically
no,
do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next one, which is one of the ones that has the most noted sightings that I could see, and it is the White Lady of Vallecito.
There's always a white lady
always
somewhere.
a white, a gray, or a black lady,
Yeah.
always.
Yep.
All the colors of the bummer rainbow.
Those damn white ladies getting involved.
They're just, well, this one I think is haunting because of the people that she died around, and I don't think this one's her fault.
Okay,
so
fair.
She was heading to California. She arrived on the Vallecito Stage Coach, but she fell ill, and this is in the late 1850s. So this is all happening like mid 19th century.
And this
like,
is a death sentence if you fall ill at this point of time.
Oh, I think if you burp weird, you're done.
Yep.
You're gone.
It's death.
Yeah, you're like, I have mild heartburn, and then your heart explodes.
Yep. That's pretty much how that worked back then.
That's how I think. Yeah, I'm like, there is no amount of Tums that is going to save you. No amount of Buscapan that is going to, like, fix you.
Yeah.
So, and also, listeners, you're welcome, because I brought up an American medication and then a UK Ireland one. So
yeah, you brought some good balance there. Well done.
I don't know what people in, like, I think we have Australian listeners. What are y'all taking?
They live in Australia. They're already, like, rolling the dice every day.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We respect y'all. We just, it's hard down there, I think.
It is. I'm actually hopefully going to Australia in 2027, so I'm looking forward to experiencing Australia.
If I don't see you getting onto like a 36-hour flight with a mullet and flip-flops, I think we're going to have to end this friendship.
I have had, I'm not joking, earnest conversations with my wife about this, and she has basically told me that she will divorce me if I give myself a mullet or a mustache.
She won't. I know her. She won't.
I feel like this.
She'll be pissed.
I feel like this might be a line in the sand for her.
She'll be like, you can keep the mullet, I'm keeping the house and the dogs.
I genuinely think that might happen. So, well, maybe, like, there's no chance she'd okay the mustache. That actually would be, I think, a game breaker for her.
Well, no, I would support her on that.
The mullet, I think I could maybe get away with, though.
I think you're not far off from having one anyway.
I am now.
Like what does your hair look like now?
Well,
is it not a hipster barista anymore?
No. I got accused of going corporate a few weeks ago because I just got rid of my man bun. Not to, like, do anything.
I loved the man bun.
Well, you see, I'm just growing my hair out more. Like, that's all I want to do. But my manager was like, damn, I didn't realize you went corporate. It's like, fuck you.
Oh, shit. Yeah. When somebody in, like, Gen X tells you that, you're like, Jesus.
She was like, oh, it's nice to see the corporate Rob has turned up. I'm like, all right, thank you very much. I was like, I'm doing it to grow my hair longer, actually, so...
So maybe, like, don't assume. Yeah. Like, how dare you label me like this? What could you say? You could say something like, oh God, like I always make a joke about, like, at work, like, my pronouns are go away. So maybe it could be like, yeah, you've shifted identities. Maybe you should start sending your emails to her, like, with just signed off regards, which is, like, warfare.
If I did that to her, knowing her, I think she'd actually have, like, a panic attack.
She'd be like, oh God, what have I done?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm corporate Rob now, apparently, so.
Oh, I hate that. Anyway, the White Lady of Vallecito. So she gets sick. So we know her name. So her name was Eileen O'Connor.
Jesus, so, Eileen O'Connor, straight off the boat, obviously, from Ireland.
I'm like, I'm like, you can throw a stone here and hit an Eileen O'Connor.
That is fucking wild. I was not expecting you to say Eileen O'Connor.
Oh, I know. Because I'm like, that is everybody's cousin out in Cary.
100%. That's an Eileen O'Connor fucking everywhere in the country.
Oh yeah, there are several Eileen O'Connors in everywhere with a population more than 20 people in Ireland.
Yeah, 100%. Like that. That is the most Irish name.
Oh yeah. So I mean, like that. Eileen O'Connor's mother was like Sinead.
Yeah.
And her father was definitely
Dermot.
like Fergal.
Yeah.
Dermot, Fenton. Yeah. Something real Irish.
Like,
Sheen.
So like Eileen died from the heat. Like, let's be clear here. Like, she came from Ireland.
Yeah. Like, the minute she pulled into the desert, her body started shutting down.
We're not made for that environment. Like,
no, we're made for Shire environment.
Yeah, like we're
Shirement.
Yeah, that nice. We are just not made for the desert.
No, I am sitting in my house, and I think the heater was on the timer, and I'm like sweating. I have a fan. I'm fanning myself. We're not. Yeah.
You're like that guy from The Simpsons. Oh Lord, it's too hot.
Yes, that is like people in my office like consistently bitch about how cold it is, and I just want to tell all of them to like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I want it to be like subarctic. I want to have to put something on instead of me being like, God, I hope my antiperspirant holds up.
Yeah, well, my house is basically the rainforest all the time, as you know, because my wife,
I do know that,
likes to have a hot house, and it kills me.
I love your wife to bits, but it's one of the things that I do want to like smack her on the head.
Yeah, it's just at a point now where I'm like, you know what, I just live with it now.
Is she trying to steam you like a Korean bun?
I think so. I genuinely think.
Nice.
Yeah, she's up to something anyway.
I once had shout out to Kate if you're listening. I had a roommate who I adored in my final year of undergrad, and we were in like an on-campus flat.
Yeah.
So it was just the two of us, and the thing was, you could set you just like paid whatever it was for the year, so like you didn't pay utilities.
Right.
And so I would set that aircon down to basically like death, and she'd be like, Suz, I'm gonna like turn up the aircon or turn up the heating a bit, and I would look straight out and be like, put a jumper on, bitch. I'd be like, if you touch that, I was a dad. I was a dad with the thermostat.
Yeah. Damn.
Like it. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm like, we live in Texas. It's fucking hell outside. You touch that aircon, that is free essentially, and I will kill you.
I don't know why, but in my head I pictured this in the UK. Even though I know you were talking about Texas, and I was like, damn, that is a fucking power move to pull over an English person to basically be like, no, the aircon is staying down.
I went to a really old university in Scotland for my postgrad, which just meant that like it was a 12th century monastery building. It did not have any utilities.
Yeah, I was like, this is fucking wild. Like that is the spookier part of the story.
Yeah. Be like, what? Yeah. So anyway, the White Lady Vallecito. Okay, so she shows up, she died.
Yep.
She died at the station. So the station staff.
That's kind of sad. She didn't even get out of the station.
No. And do you want to know why she was heading west?
Why?
Her fiance had struck it big in the gold rush in Sacramento.
Oh, he literally went out California way.
He went out California way, and it actually paid off with his like Levi Strauss jeans.
He found gold in them there hills.
Yeah, like she definitely was like, I'm not leaving Sligo for anything less than gold.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he was like, fair. You know what, bitch? I got this. I got you.
Says I just wanted to point out, I knew where we were talking about in the world. I had to check something. We actually currently have a listener in Yuma.
Oh my god. Hello, please comment. How are you?
So this is very appropriate. So
also, shout out to the listeners you sent me a screenshot of that we have in Dallas.
Yep, got some.
I mean that's roughly my neck of the woods. It's like a 3.5 hour drive from my neck of the woods, but
which is basically next door in Texas.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Drove out there many times. Traffic sucks, but you know.
Fair. Yeah.
Hello.
Very good.
So Eileen died, and the station staff immediately went through her luggage.
Oh fuck. Okay. Right.
I know, and they found her wedding dress.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah, isn't that so sad? She was gonna go out and marry her newly rich Fenton. So anyway, they decided that the most respectful thing to do would be to dress her in her wedding dress and bury her in it.
Damn, that is quite a decision.
I need to understand the thought process there.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
understand.
oh, you know that wedding you never got to have? Well, now you'll just decay in it.
For eternity.
Yeah.
That, like, I guess they thought that they were, like, honoring her last wishes or something, but that is some way to do it.
Yeah. So anyway, it doesn't surprise me then that you can now see a spectral woman pace around the station in her wedding dress, waiting for the coach to take her to Sacramento that will never come.
That's really sad.
Isn't that so sad?
Yeah, that's not good.
So, and apparently you can visit her grave. It's marked.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's even more surprising.
Live episode idea?
Yeah, why not? I'd be down for that.
Yeah. Maybe if America can, like, take care of its fascism problem, then we can go ghost hunting.
I would love to go ghost hunting. I would also just... I desperately want to go out to Area 51.
I know you do. I know you want to stand right at the border from, like, if you cross over, they'll shoot you.
I so desperately want to do that. Like, I cannot emphasize enough how much I want to do that.
I've actually talked about this with my husband. We can absolutely, like, picture the situation where we are all, me, you, my husband, your wife, are all standing near the entrance to Area 51, and you just fall on your knees shouting, "I want to believe," while the three of us make sure you don't accidentally get shot.
That is I was going to try to disagree with you, but no.
Yeah, tell me I'm wrong.
You got me.
That, or, like, us having to pull you out of a dive bar because, like, Black Betty came on the jukebox and you smashed a bottle and then went to hit somebody who had a gun.
Well, no, that will only happen if my friend Dara comes with me to the States, so it's all good.
Oh, no. I refuse to go to the States with both you and Dara.
Yeah, that's fair. That's okay.
Dara, I know you're listening.
Yeah.
Both of y'all would immediately be killed, and then I'd have to deal with it.
Yeah, that's not really my problem then. So.
No, it's mine, which is why it's not happening. So anyway, so she paces around, so she doesn't really do anything. She's more of what I guess people in the paranormal community would call, like, a residual haunting.
Yeah.
It's like just like the echo of her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I want to wrap things up with, so I said there'd be a connection to an earlier episode that we did, and here it is. Do you remember the Marfa Ghost Lights episode?
I do. It's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk about the Oriflamme Mountain Ghost Lights.
Okay. Very good.
So there are ghost lights in this area similar to the Marfa ones.
Okay.
They were first recorded in 1858 by a stagecoach driver. Essentially, this whole world is just dependent on stagecoaches.
Yeah.
But loads of other travelers and workers in the area noted them, and they were described as burning balls that were so bright that they sometimes were thought to be fireworks or large bonfires in the sky.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so a prospector claimed that the lights actually rose up into the air, exploded in the sky, before returning to like a ball of light in an arched pattern to the ground, and then would completely reverse their path again.
What the fuck? Okay. That's interesting.
Now, we also need to keep in mind that, like, these people are drinking, like, the dirtiest water, I'm sure.
And
So...
a homemade hooch.
Oh yeah, like a lot of bootleggers and shit are out there as well. So they're just drinking stuff that immediately makes them go mostly blind.
Yeah, but you know, they're still seeing lights exploding in the sky. That's, I would imagine, difficult to imagine at the time, especially with very few, if not any, aircraft in the sky. I'm thinking like blimps and stuff like that.
Oh, and they wouldn't be out there, would they?
No, that's what I'm thinking. There
Like-
probably wouldn't
Like
be.
I don't conjure Wild West and think, blimp.
No, maybe balloons.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Kind of steampunky.
Yeah, but like,
But,
yeah. I'm trying to think of what.
well, a load of people came out to see the lights and then try and find the origin of them because they believed it was a divine sign that there was treasure. And I'm
Sorry,
thinking...
is this modern day or is this at the time?
I think at the time, but I'm thinking, that sounds like a bunch of Irish people who were like, I know how rainbows work, so...
We're never sharing our secrets of rainbows.
No.
I will never.
No, that's actually
I'll
what
never
they told
admit
me.
it on the podcast.
At my citizenship ceremony, they like took us all aside,
Yeah.
and they were like, "We can now tell you."
We showed you the handshake and then the secret of the rainbow.
Yeah, and we were all given one single like gold medallion.
Yep. Look, it's a birthright of every Irish citizen.
Exactly. They're like, "You're a naturalized citizen now. You can now become the president, and you now understand rainbows."
Yeah, and then you learn the Irish dap.
Yeah. Yes. God. And then you know they like brand a shamrock on your ass.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
So, So yeah, that kind of takes us all the way through the Phantoms and Vallecito Stage Station.
I love this. I'm a big fan of this.
It's fun, right?
Yeah. I love the kind of like the Wild West vibes. We don't really visit it at all, so I'm loving this.
That was my thinking, because I'm like, so many of our like of the ghost stuff that we love is very kind of like, Victorian, but like not in the West, haunting in like a city or like a pub or something. But really, there's a lot to be said of kind of a Western Gothic kind of atmosphere.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And especially when people were like, they were like killing loads of Native Americans, not cool.
Nope.
They were also like building things out of nothing, and then there was just like, you can just imagine just miles and miles and miles of desert, and like, are you gonna get through it? Like, who's gonna shit themselves to death? Like, it's just rife for paranormal stuff to be happening.
Oh, absolutely. It's like it's the perfect setting for it.
Because imagine someone who grew up in, someone who grew up in Waterford and shows up in California as like, and sees an iguana, is like, what the fuck is that?
I'm pretty certain that would still happen, but yeah.
That's just somebody like, what the fuck am I looking at?
No, you're right, though.
Oh, they're like, Jesus, they don't come that big in Ireland.
No, absolutely not. Ireland, we don't have any... I was about to say we
don't have any... I was
about to say we don't have any predators.
That's not true.
That is.
Have you seen somebody wearing a Dublin tuxedo at 3 a.m. on O'Connell Street? That is a predator.
That's very not true. But yeah, we don't have any animal predators.
There you go.
Yeah, we have little lizards, but we don't have any iguana-sized ones.
No. I guess like, unless they're pets. But yeah. So that, I think so there is actually more to be said of the Anza Borrego Desert State Park, I think I'll come back to that, because
Please
I think there's some really interesting stuff. But yeah, I hope how do you feel? Was it fun to go through?
Yeah, very much so. I feel just really sad for the white lady. Good old Eileen.
There's like a stark, desolate kind of aspect to the desert.
Yeah.
That does lend itself even more than, say, because she's almost a bit of like a Bly Manor.
That's
kind of ghost.
That is it. That's kind of what it's like.
But you're in a landscape that is like arid and like roasting during the day and freezing at night, and
yeah, people generally should not usually live in places like that.
No, unless you're doing that that good yank that space cocaine, that spice.
Yeah, then you can live anywhere.
You can live anywhere.
Yeah.
You can you can take down the Harkonnens. Yeah. And we've come full circle. We're back at Dune.
Amazing.
We're back at Dune.
Thank you for this.
You are welcome. So yeah, do you have any last thoughts, or?
No, I'm just trying to imagine, like, I'm trying to picture, like, I'm trying to rank what would be the scariest ones. So the lights, I think, are the least scary, because that's lights up in the sky. I feel like the ghost horse is scarier than the lights, because that's something like on the ground with you. And
well, are you saying that though from the perspective of someone who's used to having like artificial lights in the sky, like planes and, unfortunately for my neighborhood, drones and all, like, I'm trying to think of like someone in the mid-19th century who you do not see shit in the sky other than like stars.
Yeah, true. I was more thinking of like if I used to see them now.
Oh, okay.
Then yeah, I don't know. It's the white lady, I think, would be the scariest one out of all of them, and I just feel sad for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good.
I don't know. I think the scariest one is the potential like corpse driving a stagecoach.
The corpse on the stagecoach definitely would have it would leave a lasting impact, I think.
You're like, that's a trauma that's gonna make me funny.
Yeah, that one's gonna you're gonna have to pay someone to sort that one out afterwards.
That's gotta be you have to think that's a death omen, right? You'd be like, well, I'm on my way out.
If you see that, you definitely are like, right, well, that's me gone. So
yeah,
it's been a good run. This is me smelling toast. Like, I'm just like, right, well, that's me gone. So.
Well, I guess we'll leave it there. I know that like we need to have some breakfast and stuff because we're gonna all hang out later at the Puka Festival.
Yep, very much excited for that. Looking forward to it. You can even get tacos there, Suz.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, this day got even better. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna bounce because I need to go prep myself for tacos.
Nice.
Rob, can you tell them where they can find us?
Yeah.
Well, Dara knows where we are.
He does.
And apparently our Yuma listener knows where we are. But where can everybody else find us?
You can get us on social media. You can get us on Instagram and Threads at the SpeakAF Pod. You can get us in the YouTube comments after this episode goes up. And you can also send us an email at thespookyfpodcast@gmail.com. Would love to hear
Awesome.
from someone about this.
So, stay out of the desert unless you know what you're doing and unless you live there. And other than that, have a great and spooky week.
Take it easy,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye-bye.